What's up, guys? It's Mikey here with Awake, Aware, and Alive, exposing lies and expanding minds. And today we're going to dive into a topic that I've always been fascinated with, and that is shrouded with mystery. And that is known by none other than the UFO phenomenon. Despite the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of eyewitness account, video and picture photography, hidden and lost historical facts, closed in hidden patents, secrets that were never revealed, and the all-around mystery of this phenomenon. Today, we're going to focus on a man that brought this to the forefront, and this man is known by none other than Bob Lazar. Who is Bob Lazar? Bob Lazar is a man that claims to have worked at Area 51 Base South, known as S4, an underground hangar where he claims to work on back-engineered extraterrestrial UFO technology using, quote, gravity wave propulsion. He had a MJ-12 clearance pass, or also known as Majestic 12, in Los Alamos National Laboratory for the U.S. Department of Energy. Despite denying the existence of him ever being there, his number and name is still found in their phone book. He further claims that he used an element known as Element 115, an element not known on the periodic table. So what do you guys think? I'm going to play a little clip here of an interview with him and a man known as George Knapp. He was a man that really put this information out there for the first time with this breaking interview that he had with him. And usually you can tell if someone's lying and they're full of it. But when you watch him talk and his demeanor, candor within his voice and how he speaks. Now I'm going to let you guys know that I personally believe what he is saying and believe that he is being sincere. So I'm going to play that clip and you guys let me know in the comments what you think.
The American government denies that this place even exists. But this Russian satellite photo tells a different story, showing huge hangars and an enormous runway. The place is Area 51 in the Nevada desert. It was built in the 1950s to test top-secret aircraft. The stealth fighter was developed here. Security's tight inside and outside the base. American scientist Robert Lazar claimed he worked in the highest security section called S4.
The security was unbelievably oppressive. There was a security guard everywhere following you all the time. There was never any free discussion allowed, which is the basis of science.
Recently, Lazar caused a sensation when he revealed that he'd been ordered to investigate the propulsion systems of captured alien spacecraft.
My work involved the back engineering of an extraterrestrial craft, specifically the propulsion and power source. The UFOs are very typical. As far as a typical UFO is, it's two inverted dishes, two inverted pie plates, if you wish, and with a hump on the top. Metallic looking, no wings, no fins, no visible propulsion source. Inside they're very sparse. If you come in the main entryway, you'll see 3 seats, the central reactor and waveguide that goes to the ceiling, the 3 gravity amplifiers surrounding it, and you'll really see just about nothing else.
The authorities immediately denied his claims, and now he says they've tried to erase his identity from all official records. George Knapp is a well-respected investigative reporter with KLAS-TV. He broke the story, including the claim that Lazar worked at Los Alamos in New Mexico, where the atomic bomb was developed.
The lab denied any knowledge of his existence, denied that he'd ever worked there. We came back with a phone book from the lab that shows Bob's name in it, that he was, in fact, there. They still denied any knowledge that he had ever worked there. I asked Bob if he'd be willing to take a polygraph test, and he didn't hesitate. The polygraph examiner, after conducting a series of 4 different tests, concluded that Bob is telling the truth about what he saw out there, about working at the base, about seeing the flying saucers, about working on anti-gravity propulsion systems, telling the truth. I had a former employee quiz him for a period of 2 hours about simple things, not where are the flying saucers stored, but where's the cafeteria? How do you pay for your meal? What's it look like inside? Those sorts of things, and that employee is convinced that Bob really was out there.
Were you threatened?
I was threatened, and my wife's life was threatened also.
And why do you think that those threats were not carried out?
Probably because that I went public.
How did these craft get into the hands of the U.S. government?
I really have no idea how the craft got there. I don't believe there were crashes because the craft weren't damaged, and that's about all that I can say.
How do you know, though, that these were extraterrestrial craft?
First of all, we were back engineering the technology, which means we were taking a finished product and trying to figure out how it was originally designed and developed. Second of all, the technology that we're dealing with doesn't exist.
Did you ever see them fly?
They were frequently tested. They were tested normally on Wednesday nights when the traffic was lowest in the area. I saw one test close up and several tests at a distance of about 15 miles.
Certainly the American military have been testing saucer-shaped craft. This top-secret research film from the 60s has just come to light. But even after nearly 30 years, the security services still refuse to talk about it. More recently, work on so-called black projects has been carried out at Area 51, including the stealth aircraft and strategic defense initiative weapons to be used in outer space. But were they only developed to protect America against earthly enemies? Or was there a more urgent purpose behind President Reagan's Star Wars project?
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Thanks for sticking around, guys. If you haven't already, head over here to the landing page, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and comment in the comment section below. These are great ways for you to support the channel, and I appreciate it very much. If you're also looking for another way to support the channel, head on over here to Patreon, where you can make any donation from $1 to $2, $5, $10, whatever your heart desires and you think that you want to contribute. Thank you so much for all your support.
Thank you.